Hello friends, welcome to Prefacts Corner series discussion. Today's important articles includes plea for renaming India as Bharat, Arsenicum Album 30, Malabar Exercise, Cristobal oil spill in Russia's Arctic region. Our first important article is a plea for renaming India as Bharat. Recently, the Supreme Court has sent a petition seeking renaming of India as Bharat for the center's consideration. The plea said the name India was derived from indica, which is a Greek word, and it's time that the country should be recognized with its original and authentic name, which is Bharat. Details about the petition. The petitioner sought an amendment to the Article 1 of the Indian Constitution and referred to the Constituent Assembly debates that made a strong pitch for the adoption of Bharat and not India. The removal of the English name, that is India, will instill a sense of pride in our own nationality, especially our future generation. It will also justify the hard-fought freedom struggle by our forefathers. About the constitutional facts on Bharat. Bharat and India are both names given in the Constitution of India. According to the Supreme Court, India is already called Bharat in the Constitution. Article 1 describes India, that is Bharat, as a union of states rather than a federation of states. The territory of India shall consist of the territories of the states, the union territories, and any territory that may be acquired in future. Next important article is on Arsenicum Album 30. A homeopathic drug, Arsenicum Album 30, has become a subject of debate after several states recommended it for prophylactic use against COVID-19. The Ministry of AYUS has listed the drug among preventive and prophylactic simple remedies against COVID-19. So what is the issue? There is no scientific evidence that the drug works against COVID-19, a fact stressed not only by medical scientists but also by some homeopathic practitioners themselves. Arsenicum Album 30 has been recommended by the state governments in Rajasthan, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Kerala. Even in states that have no protocol for using the drug against COVID-19, there have been reports about people flocking to homeopathic clinics to buy Arsenicum Album, sometimes at triple the cost, and even local chemists have started stocking this medicine. So Arsenicum Album is a homeopathic drug. What is Arsenicum Album? It is made by heating arsenic with distilled water, a process repeated several times over 3 days. The health hazards of arsenic contamination in water are well known. Long-term exposure to the metal can cause skin cancer, pulmonary, and cardiovascular diseases. The homeopathic drug has less than 1% arsenic. Arsenicum Album is considered to correct inflammation in body, and it takes care of diarrhea, cough, as well as cold. It is used commonly by homeopaths to treat anxiety, restlessness, cold, ulcerations, burning pains. The World Health Organization has no guidelines on using Arsenicum Album as a COVID-19 treatment either. Next important article is on Malabar Exercise. Recently, India is prepared to expand the Malabar Trilateral Naval Exercise involving India, US, and Japan to also include Australia. The inclusion of Australia in the Malabar Exercise would be a major shift from the past for India's Indo-Pacific plans. Despite regular requests from Australia in the last few years, India has resisted issuing the invitation to the Malabar Exercise ostensibly over concerns that it would give the appearance of a quadrilateral military alliance aimed at China. What is Quad? Quad is the informal strategic dialogue between India, USA, Japan, and Australia with a shared objective to ensure and support a free, open, and prosperous Indo Pacific region. So, Quad is an informal strategic dialogue between India, USA, Japan, and Australia with a shared objective to ensure and support a free, open, and prosperous Indo Pacific region. About Malabar Exercise. Malabar Exercise is an annual trilateral naval exercise between the navies of India, Japan, and USA, which is held alternatively in the Indian as well as Pacific Oceans. It began as a bilateral naval exercise between India and USA in 1992 and was expanded into a trilateral format with the inclusion of Japan in 2015. Other exercises between India and USA are Pitch Black and Aussie Index. Next important article is on Cristobal. Recently, tropical storm Cristobal unloaded flooding rainfall and made landfall in southern Mexico. The disturbance first developed as a depression over the Bay of Campeche in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. It became the earliest ever third named tropical storm to form in any Atlantic hurricane season in recorded history. The previous storm to hold that record was Tropical Storm Colin and Tropical Storm Chantal. What are the favorable conditions for Cristobal? Sea surface temperature is generally very high in southwestern Gulf of Mexico, which is to allow the system to strengthen. Wind shear, which is the increase in wind speed with height in the atmosphere, or a sharp change in the wind direction, is forecast to be rather low as the storm emerges over open water and begins its northward trek. There are some facts to remember. The Bay of Campeche or Campeche Sound is a bight in the southern area of the Gulf of Mexico. Tropical cyclones in the North Atlantic are called hurricanes, tropical storms, or tropical depressions. The Gulf of Mexico is an ocean basin and a marginal sea of the Atlantic Ocean, largely surrounded by the North American continent. The Gulf of Mexico is bounded on the northeast, north, and northwest by the Gulf Coast of the United States, on the southwest and south by Mexico, and on the southeast by Cuba. Last important article is on oil spill in Russia's Arctic region. Recently, Russia has declared a state of emergency 5 days after a power plant fuel leak in its Arctic region caused 20,000 tons of diesel oil to escape into a local river, turning its surface crimson red. The Ambarnaya River, into which the oil has been discharged, is part of a network that flows into the environmentally sensitive Arctic Ocean. The Ambarnaya is a river in Siberia which flows in a northerly direction into Lake Pyasino. On leaving Lake Pyasino, the waters emerge as the Pyasina River. It is heavily polluted by the mining industry of Norilsk, and so fishing is no longer possible. The power plant is located near the region's Norilsk city. So Ambarnayaka River is a river in Siberia which flows in the northerly direction into Lake Pyasino. On leaving Lake Pyasino, the waters emerge as the Pyasina River. Thank you for watching.